Stepping into the spotlight today is a talented actress who brings a captivating performance to the new Lionsgate crime thriller, Boneyard, hitting video on demand in the US and Canada on July 2nd and in US theaters on July 5th. Join me in welcoming the amazing Nora Zehetner.
Congratulations on the film. I saw it a couple of days ago and I was blown away because I loved your performance and I loved everyone. Everyone had great chemistry and it was such an intense film. You played Detective Young uh, in this chilling investigation. Can you tell us a bit about your character and what initially drew you to the role?
Um, well, I think that, I was really interested in the story, and I also thought that it was compelling to kind of play the female working in this male-dominated space and what that is, and then investigating this story that was inspired by the West Mesa murders,
Right.
in which women were, murdered. The bones were found of 12 women in the actual case. And it remains unsolved to this day. And maybe partially because the women were pretty much all sex workers. And there doesn't seem to be as much of an appetite to solve those, unfortunately, because I think a lot of people dehumanize those women.
Yeah, yeah. Now, Boneyard it boasts a stellar cast, including Mel Gibson, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, and Brian Van Holt. How was the experience working alongside such a talented ensemble?
That was great. I met Brian first in the van on the way to our first day of work, and he plays my partner in the film, and so it was nice. I think we had a really short day the first day, and we went to the casino, as one should do to bond with their partner. And then I worked with Mel that day, but he had to do the heavy lifting that day. He was in all day. He was not at the casino with us. And the next day, Curtis he came in, and he was the treasure. Yeah, everybody was great, and obviously Mel's a legend. So it was a great cast to work with.
Yeah, this film tackles a complex and disturbing true crime story. What were
Yeah.
some of the unique challenges you faced portraying Detective Young in such a heavy subject matter?
For me, it was just like a completely new role to play. So I just wanted to make sure I felt like an authentic representation of what this character would be. And so I spoke to a female detective beforehand and was able to kind of pick her brain about what that was like. And so I tried to bring as much of that into the role as possible.
Yeah, well, you did a great job in that. Detective Young seems like a constant in her pursuit of the truth. Can you
Yes.
share, can you share an example from the film where your character demonstrates this unwavering determination?
Well, I feel like if I do, I'll give some stuff away.
Don't worry, it's try to let's
Try to
say
move around it.
yeah, work around.
Well, I think that, on top of investigating the crime, there are other things happening in the office that she's very concerned about, and is having to maybe go against people to investigate as well. Um, yeah, which feels a little scary.
Which is actually normal because
Yeah.
I was on a set for many years on Special Victims Unit, Law and Order, with my former friend and partner Ted Kotcheff, who's the executive producer. So, um, Special Victims Unit falls in that category. So you did a wonderful job portraying
Oh, thank you.
So I just wanted to let you know.
I very much appreciate it because it was the first time I played anything like that. So I'm
Yeah.
still like I haven't watched it because I'm so scared of watching myself always.
Right,
So that means a lot. I really appreciate it.
right. So looking back at the film, is there a specific scene or moment that stands out for you?
Um, I don't know. I couldn't say. I feel like I have to watch it first before I can give you.
It's true. You all going by memory.
I am, and it's been a while. So there was a whole writer strike, there was an actor strike.
Yeah.
It's
I
been
got that
happening.
I got that feeling with Vincent, you know,
Yeah.
when I interviewed, I asked him a question and it took him a little bit. And what I understood in my mind is says, oh, he probably hasn't watched the film, so he's remembering the scenes,
Yeah.
going back in his mind. So I totally understand that. So,
What
um,
was your favorite scene in the film?
I think when Mel arrived and
Mhm.
you picked him up with, Brian Holt, and he's driving and he's talking to you, asking scene when he was in the airplane and he wished there was a flight
Yeah,
attendant.
he ad-libbed a lot of that actually. Those were actually the first scenes that we shot in the movie on the first day.
Yeah, I like that. And I also like the scene where he came in, he didn't pull any punches, and he went and he started talking about the serial killers. He went in and he connected his USB. He started talking about all the different kind of serial killers around, and that is truly the truth. you
Yeah.
know. And when he said those things, it just blew my mind. And I started thinking, and even in the interview I gave yesterday with Vincent and the director, I had said that a lot of times a friend of mine had told me, Antonio, you probably walk by many people that you don't even know just in the street of New York, and they're probably a serial killer or a murderer or something like that. You don't even know. So that kind of opened my eyes a little bit, you know.
Terrifying, right? They should lock my door more.
Yeah, and the awareness of this film is so high intense that I just can't believe they haven't found the person responsible.
I
That
know.
that
It's
just
really tragic.
Yeah, that blows my mind. Um, this film sheds light on the serious issue. What message do you hope the viewers will take away from watching this film?
I just hope that, perhaps it will maybe they'll see the women in a different way. Maybe they'll have empathy. Maybe, they won't dehumanize these women just because of the career and lifestyle that they found themselves in, because I think, you have to wonder if maybe this wasn't solved because of that. And you think of all of the women who go missing every year under these circumstances, and it's really it's really tragic.
It's heartbreaking, you know.
Yeah.
And even when I saw the names, I went online and I just did a little research and I saw the names and the faces of each one. It just, because my sister was raped years ago, when she was like 22,
Sorry.
and I recently lost her uh, last year in July because she got HIV because of it. And this is years ago.
Oh, wow.
She was 63 when she passed away. So I fight for stuff like that all the time. So I'm number one when it comes to, violence and women or in anything, And when I hear stories like that, it bothers me because my sister fought all her life because of it. It changed her life, and it's not good. So this film, like I told the director that I idolize both of them for bringing it out there because it's bringing awareness to people, and I want people, just like Special Victims Unit.
Mhm.
The whole point is, for that and films like this, is so people learn and understand that stuff like this really happens.
Yeah.
That this truly happens out there in the world, and these are real life stories, and it's not made up, you know. So I'm very thankful.
Let's take a break, and now for the exclusive movie clip presented by Lionsgate from the film Boneyard.
No, thanks, detective. That stuff will kill you. Insomnia, high blood pressure from the anxiety.
So, you're one of those guys, huh? A health nut.
Oh, hell no. I'm a swig of bourbon, toga weed in the morning type guy. That stuff will kill you too, but it's a lot more fun. Oh, I don't suppose either of you have a spliff or a stiff one on you, no?
No, sir, we don't.
Just tested. Good work, detective. Now listen, I didn't get any sleep on the plane. You mind if I close my eyes?
Knock yourself out. Well, you scared of flying?
No, I love it. These flight attendants on these private jobs, they play with enough booze to put your lights out, but there was no flight attendant.
Well, we can take you by your hotel, give you a chance to get some rest, and maybe...
Oh, no. I want to go straight to HQ. I want to be on a plane and out of here by the end of the week, you know? But looking at the file, I want to spend as much time on this one as I possibly can. You play golf, detectives?
A little bit. You?
Occasionally. You?
No.
If they dig any more holes in that boneyard, you're gonna have a back nine.
So with Boneyard is set to release, can you share any upcoming projects that you're excited about?
Yeah, of course, I'm excited that this will be coming out the beginning of July, 2nd, streaming, 5th in theaters. And I have a film coming out called Monster Summer in October that is with Mason Thames, the young man from Black Phone, and Mel Gibson's in it as well, and Kevin James, and it's really fun. It's sort of a coming of age story, like Goonies or something, where there's something happening on the island and they have to figure it out, and it's really lovely.
Well, congratulations there.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you like to share about your experience working on the film? Anything else that you could think of offhand or you could remember?
No, I don't think that there's like a specific moment that I
Oh,
yeah.
any learning curve from Mel Gibson? You know?
No, I mean, I think I just enjoyed being a fly on the wall a lot of the time, when I was in group scenes, and it was yeah, it was an interesting experience. I've learned only gamble with other people's money. I think that's an important lesson everybody should learn. Uh, Brian gave me $100. I won some money off of it. I gave him some money, and then I kept some of the money, and then I lost that money. So
Yeah, I'm not a gambler anymore. I mean, I used to go, but I always won, So
did you?
every time I went to Aruba, I always end up winning, but I didn't play much, but I would always play roulette and I played red and black, and I tend to win all the time, so I won my trip back, the money that I spent on my trip, I won it all
Oh,
back.
good job. Yeah.
Well, but I didn't play every day. I played like every other day. And I'm not, so, but I don't play anymore. I don't have the,
Yeah, I don't, I'm too scared, really. I learned to play poker once. Ex-boyfriend taught me, and he beat me mercilessly at first. And then I beat him one day, and he could never beat me again. And he started having people over to his house, and I beat everybody every time, and I never lost a game after that. And then when we broke up, I didn't play for a bit, and then now I kind of refuse to play because I went out on top, and I don't want to lose a game now. I'm very determined to stick to my winning streak.
so congratulations on the film. And Boneyard is set to be released on video on demand nationwide in the US and Canada on July 2nd, and in the US theaters on July 5th. So God bless you, and thank you very much. Wonderful performance, excellent film. And I was going to say, I wish you luck, but the film, says everything. So enjoy.
So wonderful speaking to you.
Same here. Enjoy your press day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.